We have been, we were off the air last week. We're back following the adventures of 50% of the crew of the Oh Boy. Fading Suns is a medieval science fiction fantasy game that will be in its 4th edition here soon. And we are just going to continue to show you the world, the universe, the rule system through the eyes of the crew of the Oh Boy. Captain Calypso and Alestra are not with us tonight, so we're going to have a small group, but should be awesome. When we last left off, well, the last time you were here, Jexa, you, I'm not going to say petulantly, but you definitely locked yourself in the room for like 3 weeks. Only to leave.
I left you a note of what I was doing.
Jexa is working on a device of pictures. I don't remember seeing this until just like right now. Oh.
And eating cake.
And eating cake and ice cream.
Well,
Or
yeah,
whatever
what else do
the
you do?
the 40,000s equivalent thereof is. You agreed to leave your room because the crew of the Oh Boy was, in the words of Nigel, borked because the Inquisitor was coming to have a meeting with you here. So you and Alestra went to Aeon Inc. to try and get some synthetic skin for your obvious cybernetic arm.
Mm-hmm.
You did not know this, but your life was used as a bargaining chip between...
How does that make you feel?
Like a pawn.
Oh, good, because that's what it was. I mean, that was basically what it's supposed to make you feel like. Sorry, you know. Between Alestra and the spy master of House Hawkwood, whose planet you are currently on.
Do we have a name for him?
You do, but you have not heard it.
Okay.
So moving on. Gemma, you snuck in a. You and Calypso snuck into the archives, and Gregor, where Calypso attempted to vamp a rather 80-year-old archivist.
I saw this episode.
I'm fine.
We told her to distract him.
No
We didn't
trauma,
say
no
how to do it.
PTSD there. It's all good.
Unzip the book.
Unzip the book. You recovered 7 pages from a book of saints dealing with Beatrice. Now, when you get back to the ship, when you both get back to the ship, Nigel, thanks to Gregor's contact, has offloaded an amazing amount of contraband that Calypso had stuffed in there in the ship in various
Nooks and crannies.
nooks and crannies.
It's an English muffin.
It's it's the English muffin of ships. And yeah, so when you guys return, Alestra and Calypso will be talking about the deal that Alestra made, leaving the two of you to do whatever you want in the 3 hours you have before the Inquisitor arrives.
Okay.
So for the first time in weeks, you see Jexa.
Do I have the synthetic arm?
You have Alestra has the synthetic arm
Can I
material.
go get it from her?
Sure.
Okay. Oh man. Then I will get it from Alestra and awkwardly look around and then say, "Hey Gemma, will you help me get this on?"
Sure. Does it come with an instruction manual? Like, are there any
Highly
kind of...
doubt it.
Okay.
It's fine. Just I'll tell you what to do.
Oh, okay.
So we'll go into the ship quarters.
Okay.
I will attempt to put on the synthetic skin over my left arm.
All right. It is
I just need another hand, I think.
Yeah, that's fair.
It is a spray.
Okay.
Oh.
A spray
Well, I can't
adhesive,
reach. Yeah.
and it also has a pigmentation dial
Okay.
that you then hit it with an electrical charge, and depending on the electrical charge, it will change the pigmentation of the arm.
One time or like multiple times?
You don't know?
We're gonna only do it once.
We're gonna have to like color match. Like,
Right.
this one,
Okay,
this one,
so
this one.
I'll show you how it works, and then ask if you can get the super awkward. Can't reach it.
Gregor comes. Hey, we need to, never mind.
What do we need to do?
Nothing. I got it. And he walks out.
Okay.
I will help get the tricky bits.
Appreciate that.
So, your cybernetic arm, as it attaches to or your synthetic arm, as it attaches to your body, what does it look like? Is it like a perfectly smooth transition? Is there a scar? Is it incredibly bulky and kind of like look like it's grafted on? What does it look like? Because it's the first time Gemma's really seen it sort of up close.
It's a smooth transition. My father, who got it done for me, is head of the Engineers Guild, and so he was able to spend the money to get it done well. So, yeah. Thanks.
I feel like I've seen similar things, so it's not that unsettling.
But for you, the churches, like the cybernetics that the church uses tend to be far more function over form.
Okay.
So far more robotic and, hey, you can wield a sword with this thing. No, you're not playing piano anymore. Whereas this, aside from the skin, looks remarkably lifelike.
Yeah. Sweet. Thanks, Gemma. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. How are you doing?
I'm okay.
Did you get the cake?
I did. Thank you.
Gregor has been sliding pancakes under the door for you as you have needed to eat.
Which I've really appreciated. Yes. There's been a couple, and I wonder if they're just made by somebody else that have been a little grainy. But I mean, they've been good. And I got the cake, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm not really good at baking, but I figured, you know.
I mean, there was no
Sweet
grainy
tooth.
taste to it at all. It was amazing.
I think you're lying to me, but you know, it's fine.
Reverse.
So we have 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything you need to do? I know there's an engineers guild here.
There is an engineers guild. I would like to see it, and to talk with the person in charge to see if they are aware of this engineers coup that Gregor told me about. And also I just want to go get some pictures of some different worlds for this device I'm working on. I'm okay, Gemma. I'm not angry with you or Calypso or anyone. I'm not angry at the commune or anyone. I'm just sad. So I'll be okay.
I can understand that. I've lost people, and I understand what it's like to be sad, and needing a place to put that sadness. So if you would like someone to talk to or ideas of where to put that sadness, I have a few. I've done it before, and I'm sure I will have to do it again.
I'm not gonna lie, meditation doesn't work very well, because then I just start thinking. So, you know,
I think she was talking about putting it like, focusing it into the tip of a blade and then sticking it into somebody.
Really, Nigel?
Yeah. That's what I do. Right. I'm going to the Pleasure Town with Alexa. You guys coming with?
Alexa's going where?
Yeah, no, it's fine. Totally fine. Good to see you out of your room. So you guys coming to?
Nigel, have you talked to Gregor about shirts and hampers?
No. Do my own laundry. Well, I mean,
Right.
I do my laundry. I don't necessarily do my own laundry. Right. Are you guys coming to? Are you coming with us, or are you staying here?
Does this look like a face that wants to go to, as you put it, Pleasure Town?
Listen, Sardon is a nice place. They have a ton of other things, like...
What kind of things?
Oh, you know, things. Anyway, are you
I'd like
coming
to
with
come.
us, or are you staying here?
It sounds fun.
Cool, you're staying here then. Right, I got it. Best wishes.
Don't pick anything up, if you know what I mean.
Don't come down with a case of the deads. It's really something that the inquisitorial people like to do. I would say all church people, but I'm much more pro-church than I was. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
When you're older. Ask Alestra.
Alestra or Alexa?
Alestra. Don't talk to Alexa about it. She'll be very upset that I brought this up in front of the child.
Alexa?
No, I. Are we not balked enough as it is?
I feel like you're borking yourself by going...
Never mind.
I actually
Earmuffs.
do want to ask Alestra, or not Alestra, Alexa. Darn you, names. What she's planning on doing with Nigel. Not Nigel, Virgil. The Il's and the A's and the whatever.
She blushes at first when you say, "What are you going to do with Nigel and Sardon?" I will keep Virgil hidden.
Okay.
Yes.
And also, you know, you do you in Sardon, but I don't know if we're gonna have to go back through the Sheol gate. And we saw what happened last time.
Right, but. Right.
Just, you know.
That's right. Earmuffs.
Just, you know, be safe
Oh,
on all levels.
we always are.
Okay.
Slowly dragging Nigel more towards the sheltering embrace of piety than he was. So.
Just make sure, you know, as you're pulling him up, he's not, you know, pulling you to enjoy Sarda.
I mean, bye. Good luck. Love the arm.
Thanks.
Looks way more like an arm that won't get you shot by an inquisitor. Right, have fun, not dying. Tell Calypso that if she does die, I'll take real good care of her ship.
I think you should tell her that.
No, I don't want to be shot. And he,
Or Gregor. You can tell Gregor.
nope. Like looking in mirrors, not being thrown into them. That's a one-trick pony.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, so we want to maybe check out the Engineers Guild. Night, and I mean, sure, we can learn different meditation, but there are other ways to process
Process what?
feelings.
I've got a surefire way of processing my feelings.
How do you process your feelings, Gregor?
I look for them at the bottom of a barrel.
Are you encouraging
Do you got any of
Jackson to
that?
drink?
I mean, listen, she been through a lot. She's what?
16.
Wasn't my guess, but
What did you guess?
she's killed people.
So you want to compound that by teaching her how to drink in excess?
Not in excess, just till you find your feelings.
Some of us don't have to drink till we find our feelings.
Well, some of us do.
And that's fine. I'm just saying. Sure, Gregor, you do you.
You know what? I'm going back to what I was supposed to be doing. And he picks up a big, like, carbine and a tripod over the other shoulder. I'm getting the cargo bay ready.
Oh, did we need to find another engine?
I mean, yeah.
Would that be...
But Captain, she says somebody we don't like's coming here, so I'm gonna make sure that...
Okay. We could go look for that.
Okay.
Be useful.
We should also maybe figure out what the rumors are about, the desert.
Sure. Did you, when you were going through the city, did you see an information desk?
We kind of just went to the cathedral. Like, we got on the train, got off the train, went to the cathedral, got on the train, came back.
Okay, we should go look for something that'll give us information. So yeah, I guess we're gonna head out and first of all find an information place to see what rumors abound in this planet and city.
Well, when you look at the directory, there's nothing under information place. So where would you like to go to find information? Curses, the information place on this planet is unlisted.
Well, where would I go to find information? I was just going to find a news outlet and scroll through it and...
You can totally do that.
Okay. Alright, I'll find a news outlet and do some searching for beacon in desert.
So there's been a lot of stuff that's been going on in the Blood Desert recently.
Okay.
Changed cultists, monstrosities, that sort of thing.
I'm sorry, chained cultists?
Yeah, there's rumor of
Rewind.
of people performing rites under the desert moon. Most of them, though, are in outlets that you may not consider 100% accurate.
Like an Us
It's like
Weekly.
a tabloid.
There's definitely, Duchess Catherine Hawkwood. Children are clones. Right?
But that's true.
Bat children.
What? They're
like
vat children.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what's happening with all of our refugees?
They are with Major.
They're currently in temporary inductees in the Battle Monk Order and are training how to use. Well, in fairness, they are being trained properly in how to use weapons and
Unlike
tactics and
Callisto's
orders.
training.
Unlike Callisto, which is
Calypso.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
a little more unorthodox.
Yeah. I saw that.
Although she really bonded with the children.
I saw that. There was a couple times I peeked out.
Iconic Production does not condone the actions of some of their PCs.
Mm-mm.
Marguerite.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I don't remember, did we mention to Marguerite that the ship that they are prepping to send back needs to be chased?
You did not
Focused
mention
individual.
anything about the
Shields Gate.
effects of Shields Gate.
Have we heard back from her yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
So we need that needs to be on our list.
Okay, so chained cultists. We're doing rites under the desert moon. You said
Not chained, changed.
Oh, changed.
I heard change. So good thing you clarified.
Monstrosities? Blood monstrosities?
Not blood monstrosities.
Okay.
Just
Monstrosities.
monstrosities, mutants, that sort of things, behemoths out in the desert. Blood Desert, though, as you kind of scroll through, has always had strange rumors ever since it's, as far back as the archives go.
Okay.
What else would you like to...
Anything about the beacon that showed up in the desert?
Or the Engineers Guild.
There is no real beacon that showed up.
Or light or whatever it was?
It was a solar flare is what they're saying it was.
Okay.
It was not necessarily visible emission in this case, but something on the electromagnetic spectrum. But it definitely knocked out everything in the city, and it seemed, the strange thing was it wasn't like the flare hit the city.
Mm-hmm.
It hit in the desert, and then there was a pulse that knocked out.
Okay. Is there anything about, and I'm looking at some of the crazier articles of like where they think it was and what they think it was. Because I already know what I think it is, but looking at some of the crazy theories, like not the governmental one saying it was fine, everyth's okay, but like, you know, if there's like a Marfugal or something of, that's for you, Mom. Of this planet. Really wish my mom was watching this.
You're so proud.
Most of the craziest theories have to do with a ridge line in a series of small mountains known as Hadrian's Wall. Ever since Lemminkainen was settled, there have always been rumors, like the original inhabitants, and now that there are Voldrak barbarians who are settled in that area, that there's always been this, like, something has been going on over there. Communications technology sometimes fails. People go missing in the hundreds every year. Hadrian's Wall is sort of the Bermuda Triangle of Lemminkainen. That place where everything you count on a daily basis has a chance of not working.
Okay. So there's a good chance that it is over in Hadrian's Wall. I'm so glad we keep going to places where there are people who are like trying to kill us. Well, not us, but the other inhabitants of this world.
Right. We are due for a beach vacation last
Can
week.
we go to a beach?
Mm-hmm. Be really nice.
It'd be really nice.
Just not have everything blowing up in our face.
True.
Mm-hmm. How far out in the desert, like how long of a trip would it be, say, on a motorbike?
It's about 300 kilometers out.
So 45 minute stops?
No.
45 minutes out, 45 minutes back?
It's about a 3-hour journey by your hover bike.
So we don't have anywhere getting there quickly.
You could take the Oh Boy.
We
But
can't touch the
the,
boy.
Well, and the spaceport is shut down.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Is there any other kind of transport we could find?
We could go check out the Engineers Guild.
Yeah, let's go.
Before I leave, is there anything in the news about the Engineers Guild recently? Like in the last however many months since Beatrice. Just...
Ooh, and anything about the Inquisitors. Especially good old Cinnamon.
Cinnamon Beard?
Mm-hmm.
There are several news stories with vidcaps of Inquisitor Giandino. Or Giandaro, thank you.
I take notes.
No, I have notes, but I wrote down the wrong.
It's just for last week when you mocked me for not having mine.
I appreciate that you learned your lesson. Giandaro has gone on record as stating that there is far more corruption and chaos here on the planet than he initially anticipated. He believes that the church has been infiltrated by antinomists and even worse, technology users, technology heretics, and that he plans on rooting them out and purging them with fire. The Engineers Guild.
I just take a look at my arm. It doesn't look like a hand. Like, I put on a jacket.
It definitely doesn't look like your other hand. While you have skin, you don't have veins.
Okay.
You have a single tone of skin as opposed to sort of the natural.
We could get some
Darker,
paint.
lighter. We're gonna be.
The Engineers Guild has been keeping a lower profile since the Inquisition showed up.
Yeah. Burn tech users.
Tech heretics.
Sure. In other words, anyone who uses it.
Except they're using it.
I get a jacket and some fingerless gloves because it's
Go for the
cold
biker
here.
It's really not that cold.
I don't care. I'm
Get
wearing
you
a
long
jacket.
shirt and like a leather vest and then some leather gloves.
Mhm.
You crack your knuckle. Anyway.
That's right.
Well, I guess my jumpsuit would be
Jackson's
honestly
reinventing herself.
today. Yeah. I gotta find some
This
gloves.
is how she's dealing with her grief. Full biker.
Maybe some other clothes. That's not a ruffled shirt. Or my engineer's jumps.
Calypso has all the money. I dropped 100
Oh,
on the ship.
does
and I don't
she?
have any.
I have some money. I have 145 Firebirds. I don't
Calypso,
know.
you need to share your money.
I don't know how. Actually, I take that back.
Gregor has money.
I have
Is Gregor with us?
Yeah, Gregor's on the ship. He's. You
No,
can-
I thought we left the ship.
Oh, I don't know if you. Hey,
I just found a news outlet. If I
yeah,
could do
yeah,
it on
Oh,
you
the
do
okay.
that
If we
on
can
the
do it
ship.
on the ship.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, remember Gregor did that last week
Okay.
or last session.
Great.
Yeah, you definitely heard the like the sounds of like a welding torch and like a hammer.
Okay. I have 225 Firebirds. Will that get me clothes? I don't know how much anything costs in this world.
Well, it cost us 100 to dock the ship, so I think you're okay.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay. Shopping.
Shopping trip.
Bonding.
I will. You wonder why everywhere you go there is chaos.
Because we just want to shop.
This is the first time we've gone shopping.
That is true. Casual.
Every other time we
like
just
you
try
could,
not to die.
I'm fine with that.
Trying not to die or going shopping once.
Gummy Bear has a question for you. Are you are you are you gonna look at your pages?
Yes.
There you go. Sorry, he had nothing left to live for.
Oh. She was part of the Engineers Guild.
Tell me more.
She traveled with Zebulon, leaving devices she discovered repaired or changed.
These are the notes that Jexa got from the archives.
Gemma got
from the archives.
I'm sorry, you have Gemma and Jexa tonight.
I know.
Welcome to Nigel, Virgil, Alestra, Alexa.
And Gregor.
And Gregor. Gregor's staying on the ship though.
That's understandable. I might go ask him, though. Gregor?
Yeah.
Um,
He is right now welded a tripod to the cargo bay floor, and he is currently affixing his carbine on top of it. Yeah.
So it looks like... Are you going to put my motorbike in here?
Right, it's over there.
Yeah. Did you guys fix it after...
Yeah, he said he fixed it.
Okay.
Buffed all the
I'll have to look at it again
non-existent
before I drive it.
scratches that he didn't put in. No harm came to your motorbike.
But that's not what you told me. Friends, don't. It's fine.
Friends don't lie.
It's
No, they
fine.
don't. Did you put some scratches in it, Gregor?
I did not.
It's okay. I'll fix them later. Do you have any money for us to borrow? Well, for me to use? I'm not going to return it. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to return it.
We got all that money that we stole from...
You stole? From where?
Listen,
They stole from the church.
yeah, you're not that...
I mean, you shouldn't. That is wrong.
I mean, all stealing is wrong.
Yeah.
I mean,
All stealing is wrong. And stealing from a church is actually really wrong.
I mean, earmuffs. We're pirates.
what?
I know.
We rob from the rich and
But
give
it's a
to ourselves.
church.
They'll get more donations. That's what Calypso told me. It's fine.
Yeah,
I prayed a lot.
We haven't touched that yet.
Jexa helped.
Jexa.
Gemma helped.
And put up a sticky note.
Yep, totally gonna put up a sticky note.
that.
You haven't been here for a while. I had only one person to worry about. All the names that start with Ja. I'm good. That's fine.
But do you have some money that I can take to go shopping?
Yeah, sure.
We need to cover the arm.
Yeah, I'll give Gemma her share. He puts the green down on the floor. You hear him stomp off to his room.
So we want to get you some clothes.
Yes.
We should definitely look into the Engineers Guild because that explains why Beatrice keeps showing up in tech places, is that she was a techie.
Mm-hmm. And also be a good reason why people in the church wanted to silence her.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, she did... I can't even do it. Yep. She did seem to prosper and have a long life.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well...
Right, here's your share.
Oh.
There's a large, cloth bag of Firebirds.
I mean, don't approve of where it came from, but we need some money, so...
Yeah. What?
Where's mine?
Listen.
Gregor, are we friends?
We are friends,
Would you
but
be
Calypso
willing
has strict rules.
to help someone out. All I have is this jumpsuit and a ruffled shirt. I
If
could
you-
wear my
oh.
ruffled shirt.
Forget. And he goes stomping off.
Why are you laughing, Gemma?
I just...
I mean, we're friends too, right?
Oh, absolutely. Don't try and manipulate me, though.
Of course.
He comes back and he has...
like a stack.
So there's 50 Firebirds in yours and 200 in yours.
Perfect.
All right, but next time if your ass isn't on the fire, you don't get the payout.
Of course. You know, I'm always willing to help you.
But Bergen
Yeah, sometimes, Gregor, the problem with friends is they worm their way in.
Yeah. You might need to get some new boots.
What's wrong with my boots?
So you got like military grade armor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Gregor he pulls out a little hand control, and then he points over to the wall where you see wires coming out of the wall to the grating.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe what if I just get like a rubberized coating or like a
Yeah.
bootie for my boots?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Listen, it's an Inquisitor.
No, okay.
They're,
You were prepared.
They're not kind and fluffy like me. They're more, stick things under your fingernails and then set them on fire.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
Yeah. The Inquisitors are not...
I will shoot you in the head before I allow them to take you.
I appreciate that sentiment. Is that what you call compassion? Mercy?
I mean, I would hope you would all do that for me.
Sure.
Absolutely.
I see. An accord.
I give him a hug.
You need to get rid of that ruffled shirt.
I'll work on it. Okay, so we're heading out.
Yes.
Where do we want to go?
Can
Can I just try and calm Marguerite? I know
Yeah.
she doesn't have any tech in her office, but can I at least try and calm her?
You can try and calm her, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna try and calm Marguerite real quick. Marguerite? Benton?
Ah! Who is this? How did you get this calm?
Hey, Benson, this is Gemma, the nice
Oh! Blessed Marguerite!
lady. Do you think you could take
No.
a message to Marguerite?
No?
Okay.
What is it?
Can you just check in and see how things are coming on the black box?
You want me to interrupt her and ask her if that thing that she told you she would tell you about when it was done is done?
Well, if I can't calm her, how is she gonna tell me?
I mean, she's second in command of the cathedral. I assume she would have someone calm you.
Okay, never mind. I'll just wait.
I mean, I can.
Thanks, Benson.
I can.
You're a real peach, Benson.
Hang
up. Okay. So we need to go get you some clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And what do we want to do?
I mean, I have a leather jerkin for armor.
Didn't we upgrade your armor at some point a little bit? Oh, I thought we did.
But so yeah, to see if we can upgrade some armor. You know, see if they have any other weapons.
So, clothes and then Engineers Guild.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. There are several shopping areas in the town. Everything from like a market square that is just selling stuff out of market stalls, all the way up to kind of the nobles district where they have actual tailors set up. Where would you guys like to head?
I'll start through the market, and find some gloves to hide my hands. And then, is there any stalls that look like they sell armor?
Give me a perception plus knavery roll.
And can I keep an eye out for an inquisitorial presence?
Sure. Give me a perception plus awareness. Or sorry, a perception plus observe roll, please.
So perception plus knavery is 8.
Okay.
I have absolutely nothing to buff it with.
You can search.
Oh, can I search now?
You can.
Do you really
Sweet.
want to search now?
Well, just to have something. Okay. Yeah, I'll search once. I guess we're on a new place, so our search is reset.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to bump that to a 17. Because it's just an 8, and I feel like it's important to see who's watching us.
Okay. So
5.
Okay. How much are you spending?
4.
All right.
Because it's in 2s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I'm going to bump my 8 to a 15.
Okay.
11. Okay.
And how much are you spending?
I'll spend. I mean, this shouldn't be too hard to find.
Actually, it's
right?
pretty demanding to find armor down here.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Armor's
so,
a restricted good, but if
Okay.
you want to spend 6, you
Okay.
can see what you can find.
Yeah, I'll spend 6.
All right.
I'll meet the demanding. So. All right.
All right. So you find people who are selling. I mean, it's basically civilian grade armor.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. I'm looking for gloves.
Ah, I have gloves for you. What else do you need?
Do
A
you-
hat?
Sure.
Mm,
Hat. Do you have any other jackets that will protect me from the elements?
Nah, I know what you are speaking of.
I'm just... My back is to this, just scanning.
He pulls out a nice looking jacket,
Okay.
kind of like a flight jacket, that is made of polymer knit. It's not necessarily any better resistant wise than yours, but it is hard proof as well.
Okay, because mine is currently shock and slam proof.
Yes, so it is hard, shock, and slam proof.
Okay.
But it is you have Firebirds, yes?
I have Firebirds. How
200
much?
200 Firebirds.
For the jacket, the gloves, and the hat?
Yes. And he pulls out like a big hat that has a feather.
I don't want the feather.
Should I get it for collection?
Oh, I do want it. Put it back, please. Good point. Thank you. Do you have any... Oh, that is just dashing. Oh, that is perfect. That's amazing. Do you have any boots that might help me be shock-proof?
I have boots that are made for walking.
Mm-hmm. And that's just what they'll do?
That is just what they will do.
Okay.
What about running?
I also have these. These are the latest. And he pulls out a set of boots that have a large heel on them. From Fiorge's collection.
Oh. Yeah.
Or I can put a pair of like work boots. They should be good.
Are they rubber soles?
Yes, and they have synth toes. So
Ooh,
Yeah,
how much are those?
10 Firebirds.
Ooh, 10 Firebirds. That would be great. Yeah, this is great. Awesome.
I'm willing to see the shape of your coins, and you kind of see his left hand goes under
Oh,
the
okay.
table.
I pull out 210 Firebirds.
Excellent. Would you like a bag?
Yes.
My brother sells bags. Over
Oh,
there.
no, I'm good then. Thank you.
Do I see anybody?
You do not see any Inquisitor, but you definitely notice someone watching you. And you get the feeling that you notice that he's watching you
Because I want him to notice that he's watching me?
because he wants you to notice that he's watching you. He is standing like in the middle of like a crowd that people are like moving around him, and he's looking right
Is
at you.
he the same dude who approached us in front of the cathedral?
He is the same one who approached Alestra in front of the cathedral.
Okay, so I've seen him before.
You have. In passing.
In fact, okay, but at
Yeah.
least it's a face I've seen before,
Yes,
even if I can't
yes.
place who. I don't know exactly who it is. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I put on the jacket and the gloves and the boots.
Oh, you're just going to sit down there and put them all on right now.
Can we find like an alley or
Would
something?
you like a
It's just a jacket.
box?
I'm not kidding. What?
Would you like a box to sit on?
No. Do you want my boots?
No.
Okay. Tie them
boots
together,
have a
fling them
rubber
over my
sole?
shoulder. What?
Do your boots have a rubber sole?
I didn't think so. I thought they were just.
They do now.
Well, the old one. I was gonna cannibalize the old ones.
Do you have anything in her size?
No.
Nothing?
No one
Nope.
ever does.
No. And this is a totally legitimate business.
It is.
It is.
Yep. Thanks. You've been great. I appreciate you. And I go skipping out. What you looking at, Gemma?
There's someone who's watching us. He was someone who's speaking to Alestra at the cathedral. But I don't know who he is, so
Can you point him out to me?
the dude who's very obviously standing in the crowd staring at us.
Ah, did I see anything about him in any of the news articles?
No, not
Okay.
at all.
If you did, he wasn't doing his job very well.
Does he look familiar to anyone I have met before? Like there's a family resemblance.
Not really.
Okay.
As we head towards the Engineer Guild, I'm going to very quietly under my breath say, so fun fact. The Inquisitors are related to Orlaton?
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did I ever tell you about his party that Alestra and I went to?
No, I only went to the one party.
Yeah, that was a weird party.
Yeah.
This other one wasn't nearly as weird.
There were animals and people.
Yeah. Speaking of, I still have some of that stuff.
You haven't used it, have you?
No, you told me not to.
Okay, good. I know. Yep. Cool.
See, he's right here.
Ah, put it away!
All right.
I'm gonna head to the Engineers Guild. I'm just gonna keep my eyes peeled.
He is getting closer.
Does he want to talk to you?
Yeah, I kind of want to just stop and like turn on a dime and see what he does.
He continues walking towards you.
Okay, I'm just gonna
I
wait.
turn because I've got a couple more steps.
Throw him off.
Good afternoon. Battle Sister and
Apprentice.
Jexa, yes?
Sure.
I've seen you before. We have not met.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
He shakes your hand. I'm a acquaintance of your friend Alestra. Shall we walk? Are you hungry? There is a magnificent dumpling place just up
I'm
here.
starving. Are you paying?
I would be glad to pay.
Lovely.
A gentleman always pays for food. Yes?
We'll have to tell Gregor and Nigel about that one.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. Gregor Valdoran and Nigel, no last name listed.
How do you know Gregor's name?
Oh, I know many things. It is, much as it is her job to smite the enemies of the church, and your job to fix things that go wrong, it is basically my job to know things. Dumplings?
Sure.
Sure.
My pockets are quite deep. I can provide enough dumplings even for a sister.
Are you saying I eat a lot?
I'm saying I have many acquaintances with those who are part of your order, and yes, that is exactly what I'm saying.
Are you calling me fat?
I would never do that. For one, I am a gentleman, and two, I'm very attached to this region of my body.
Okay.
Are you gonna throat punch him?
Okay.
Shall we?
Dumplings.
Yeah.
Dumplings. And he
Dumplings.
leads you kind of down an alley.
I didn't get your name. What was your name?
Francesco.
Francesco.
Yes.
That's a lovely name. Did your mother give it to you?
I believe so. Although she
Who
died
else
when I
would
was
give it to
quite
her?
young. It is a
Some
good
people
point.
take on names for themselves.
It is true. And identities.
Mm-hmm.
Facades, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
He leads you down another couple of alleys.
I am very careful
Can I do
marking the route that we are taking.
Check.
Okay. Sure. Right about the time that you were worried that, well, this is definitely a place where I'm going to get murdered, you smell the dumplings, and they smell just spectacular.
I'm gonna get murdered, or I'm gonna have to.
You're gonna have to murder a bunch of people who are attempting to murder Jexa.
Okay.
Like, that's really what, yeah. It's a small place that you have to kind of descend a couple of steps down.
Okay.
I am always looking for exits, ways out.
Okay.
It's
It's
that's how her mind
ingrained-
works.
yo, no,
Like,
it's
she
ingrained in your-
cannot.
yes.
She does not sit with her back to the door. She is noting people in the room,
Like, look where I'm sitting in relationship to the studio.
counting numbers of ball caps, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Nice side reference.
You're welcome.
So. I find it interesting to be sitting here with the two of you. I have not met you before. I have seen you from afar.
Yeah?
Yes,
How far?
that is not important. What is important is it's interesting to me that you would be investigating what is going on in the Blood Desert.
Who told you we were investigating something in the Blood Desert?
For the sake of ease of conversation,
Mm-hmm.
let us assume that I know what I'm talking about at all times.
Jexa makes a mental note to go back and check the security of the old boy.
Gemma makes another mental note. Carries on.
What is your mental note?
This dude's a spy.
So,
Probably Borking spy.
Borking spy.
I have taken quite an interest in your band of merry folk.
Misfits?
I like that word, misfits. Yes, band of merry misfits.
Cool.
I have need of misfits.
Huh?
I would like to encourage you to continue along your lines. I have questions of my own on what is going on in the desert, and I have had a frustrating amount of blindness in this area.
What is it about the desert that interests you?
Rumors that do not die, they are not rumors. No? The superstitions of the common folk, they all have a kernel of truth. And as I spoke to before, I do not believe in coincidences.
Just gonna start eating. Okay.
It's fantastic. You do what I do for as long as I have, and you ignore coincidences or you write them off, and you end up dead. Or worse. So I have need of misfits, as you so wonderfully put it, to perhaps do what agents cannot.
Agents?
Yes. Little pawns on the board.
I'm just seeking to understand.
No, this is a polite conversation among acquaintances over dumplings. Ask all of your questions.
Is he eating?
He's eaten one. Exactly.
Okay.
The plum wine is also quite good here.
Really?
You knew you. Sitting at the table with a spy. Sure. Go for it.
I have we have a mutual thorn. Giandaro, he is a bull in the china shop of my city.
How long has he been here?
About a month.
So what is your proposal?
No, I have many proposals, but my proposal for you two is quite simple. I will protect all of those children that you took to the church. They are under the church's protection, yes, but the Inquisitor, as you know, he can... And he just starts pushing a dumpling around the table around his plate with the chopsticks. He can circumvent normal methods. He cannot circumvent mine. And you have need of a ship, yes? I believe your story. I have checked it out.
Which story?
Refugees going through Shield's Gate.
Oh.
Need of a ship.
Yeah.
Let's just say the church has her methods, and I as well. I can aid Marguerite in making sure that the right wheels flow smoothly.
What's the cost?
Well, just continue doing what you are doing. But continue doing what you are doing and tell me. Engineers Guild, no offense, is a tight-lipped group. And there have been enough flights out to Hadrian's Wall that... But no personnel.
The Engineers Guild has been sending unmanned aircraft to Hadrian's Wall.
We have been sending a variety of things to Hadrian's Wall.
Have they come back?
They always do.
How often is this?
Several hundred kilograms lighter. I can send you a schedule if you like.
Yeah, I'd like that.
My strengths are people. I'm a people person.
I can see that. There's a few other obstacles We have a meeting with the Inquisitor in
2 hours.
2 hours?
2.5 hours, yeah. Yeah, it's fine. I have that well in hand.
How?
My dear, this is our first dinner together. Do not expect me to show you all of my secrets.
I don't expect you to show us all your secrets. I just want to know that our friends are not in danger. I don't wish to run off.
Your
with
friends
our
are under
in
the
danger.
eyes of the Inquisition. You know what that means.
Which is why I'm hesitant to leave them.
Your arm looks spectacularly better. I'm sure Giandaro will not notice. Wait until after the meeting with the Inquisitor. I assume that is your number one priority. Know that I have taken certain steps to ensure that the meeting will not inconvenience you too much.
I was gonna say we can just circumvent the meeting entirely. That would free up the rest of our day.
Well, it depends on another one of my agents. They have accepted a I believe the vulgar term for it is a contract on the Inquisitor. It all depends on when they choose to fulfill it.
Okay. So you want us to go to the desert.
You're heading to the Engineers Guild. Perhaps you will find everything you need inside there.
And just go to the desert.
No. I can send people into the desert. I want you to come back from the desert.
Okay. Well, I mean, we would like to come back as well.
Have there been a number? So you say you're a people person. Have there been people from Milan Station returning here?
No, none of them have come here. But that is another interesting story. When I spoke with your friend Alestra, but hopefully we will have more discussions here in the near future. She promised me an introduction with the illustrious Captain Mars.
Okay. You got any other rumors about the Engineers Guild?
Oh, plenty. There's a coup going on.
Yeah, what do you know about that?
Your father has gone into hiding. Does not look good. The other side is run by a Derek. He is
Where is he?
he is not here, if that's what you are asking.
Where is he?
I am sure I could find that for you for a price.
Is the Engineers Guild here supporting the coup?
As I said, your guild is tight-lipped, especially when Inquisitors are roaming the city. But they have not come down on one side or the other. They have their own orders. I think they are third party.
Do you have any other contacts within the order?
Your order? Yes. There are several among your order who have one foot planted firmly in Mother Church's arena and one among more secular pursuits, such as piracy, smuggling, that sort of thing. Why?
Just wondering.
Well, this has been the most pleasant conversation I've had till recent memory. Please enjoy more food. I'm sure we will be in touch.
Do I get anything from him? I mean, he's clearly being honest.
He's as honest as Kenan.
Exactly. So that he can say that he has never lied. And he is clearly using us for his own purposes.
Mm-hmm.
But is there anything, like, does he, and I get that he's a spy master, so he probably holds his feelings in, but with him talking about Hadrian's Wall, is there like a nervousness there? Or an uncertainty?
Give me an intuition plus empathy roll.
Yeah, can I do that as well?
You both may.
Intuition plus empathy. We're going to bump that to... It was a 10. We'll bump it to a 15 again.
I'm going to use one of my word points to make this favorable. I want to know what this joint's trigger.
2.
How much are you spending?
Well,
This will be a blind bid, as he has rolled and spent victory points. So
do our victory points count together?
they most assuredly do not.
I don't... Nope.
Have you marked down how much he's... Okay.
You should know me well enough to know that.
I should. Well, I got 4. So I guess those are the 4 I'm using.
Okay. He seems to be merely curious.
Okay. Okay.
Do I recognize anything about his facial features? Have I run into anyone resembling him before, or his mannerisms?
Give me a will plus
Body
focus roll.
Plus focus. That's a 9. Nope.
No, his features though seem almost too polished.
Okay.
Like, not that they would stand out, but the more you're with him, the more you kind of get a little bit of an uncanny valley feeling from him.
Okay.
Something about him has been...
It's just a little
Manipulated.
off, yeah.
Okay.
Is it similar to like my curse is that I'm unnerving to serfs?
No.
Okay.
So uncanny valley is that sense that something is trying to be, like, trying to present itself as like normal and human and just a little bit off.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're not feeling like this guy isn't human. There's just something
What?
a little bit off on his face.
Okay.
What are the other people in the dumpling shop doing?
There's really no one else. There's like one guy kind of eating noodles in the corner, and every 3 people serving and making food.
Have they reacted at all to a battle sister, a 16-year-old, and a well-dressed dude sitting down to dumplings?
So he's not super well dressed now. He is
Oh, okay.
kind of in more like his clothing kind of blends in with
Okay.
the area.
Okay.
But they seem to know him when he came in.
Okay.
So no, they're not.
So he probably uses this
It's
place
a
often
regular, yeah.
enough that it's part of his network.
Okay.
If we need to get a hold of you,
Yes.
how would we do that?
I can give you a one-time access code, or you can leave a message. Or you can come by here.
And it's just Francisco?
Just Francisco.
Francisco, Saint of the Bay? Nothing?
Nothing.
Okay.
I will leave you with but one last thing. A warning. Giandaro is not a man to be trifled with. He is more than a believer. No offense. He's a fanatic. If he thinks that you are, it is in the best interests of Mother Church to grind you under his heel, and grind he shall.
I don't suppose if we're in trouble we can get assistance from you.
What sort of trouble?
Say if I have to run away really fast.
If you get into trouble, I would be glad to help out the daughter of the current master of the Engineers Guild. What are favors between friends? Acquaintances. We are not quite friends yet. However, if you come back from the desert with information, I assure you. The second thing is, if you come back with information, know that what you tell me will reach the people who need to deal with it. There are cultists in the desert, as the common folks say. There are monstrosities that assault the walls. If it is the Engineers Guild, those in authority will come down quite heavily on them. I tell you this not to suggest you should keep anything from me, but to say, if discretion is the better part of valor.
Yes. Before you go, do you have a ruffled shirt?
I have many,
Don't.
but they are not for you.
Okay.
Just to clarify, she gets in trouble, you'll protect her. I get in trouble, no help there? Because I
Well,
don't,
I mean-
have a famous dad.
Well, I mean,
I just
there's
want to know.
always something for something. If you need my help and can make it worth my while, of course, I can make you disappear.
Yeah, I don't have anything to make it worth your while. Okay.
All right, enjoy
Thank
the
you.
dumplings. The tap will remain open. Order whatever you like. He kind of scoots away from the table. I look forward to speaking with all of you later.
Thank you. Okay, once he leaves, I check to see if he's left any tracking anything on either of us.
Perception plus interface.
Can I get my AI to help me if she was watching anything, or is that
Sure, I'd allow it.
Okay.
I just kind of take my napkin and ah.
Okay, it's 12.
I don't
Four.
like the essence of him.
Oh, I thought he was delightful. Okay, I was successful.
What'd you get?
4.
Okay, and how much are you spending?
4.
Yeah, no, he did not leave anything on you.
Okay. Great.
I mean, I get what he's doing. I just.
When a waiter comes by, I'm gonna ask them if I can leave my bag of stuff here while we go to the Engineers Guild. If no, it's fine.
5 Firebirds.
Is that worth it? Instead of like going all the way back.
Why don't you want to take your stuff with you?
My extra jacket, extra pair of boots, a hat for Calypso.
That's right, Lee. They bought you a hat.
Jexa bought you a hat.
I sold Jexa.
Gemma convinced me to do it.
I sold it to her.
You did. You sold it.
Tire tracks tonight are just
Reverse.
I mean, if you want to part with 5 Firebirds, I feel like that's a lot.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it. I won't. Do you have something? Can I put this in your bag?
Sure.
Stuff. Thanks.
All right, so you guys are heading to the local chapter of the Engineers Guild.
Yes. Am I super famous in the Engineers Guild?
Because he didn't really say who they were allied with here, correct?
Yeah,
Correct.
they're a third party, it seems like.
Not really, because as we've said, your dad kind of like
Kept
downplayed.
down.
Yeah, and the Engineers Guild is really more of a meritocracy than it is kind of aristocratic.
Right.
So, I mean, you may have some clout in the Engineers Guild, but you're still an apprentice.
I'd actually be almost would prefer to not be known.
Okay.
But I'll have my engineer's badge
Okay.
on.
Hello, my name is Second Class Apprentice.
Hello, my name is Apprentice.
Don't even get
Tell
a name.
me what you want me to do. I fix things.
I fix things. All right, well, we will head out on our break right now as you guys approach the Engineers Guild, and we'll dive into that when you get back. We'll be back in about 15-20 minutes. Thanks for tuning in. Again, I'm JM. This is the crew of the Oh Boy, and this is Fading Suns. Hope to see you when we come back from break.
Yes.
And we're back. Welcome back from break. No, we can't. It's live. We can't do a retake.
I know.
All right. So we are back. You guys are standing outside of the Engineers Guild building, which has just that delightful drab gray of prefabricated ferrocrete slabs that have been assembled into a large warehouse-style building.
That's the stuff.
Nothing says
Home.
soul-crushing conformity or home like one of these buildings. And there are several guards standing just outside of all of the entrances. Like the large docks are all shut down. They all have carriers that have been backed up to them. But like the rest of the entrances, there are guardsmen in like the jerkins of the Engineers Guild, symbol on the breast. They're standing there with slug throwers.
Okay.
As we're walking, can I ping a message to Katerina?
Mm-hmm.
On what I'm assuming is a secure channel, but if not, it's fine. I'm asking questions. Ask if she's had any dealings with Francisco, what she can tell me.
Francisco? I don't know of Francisco. Why?
We were stopped by a gentleman named Francisco.
We're stopped by a gentleman?
Right. Weird, number one. Number two, I'll try and send a brief description.
Why is he standing out?
He stopped us.
Yeah, but what did he want?
Information. He was more just interested why we were here, what we're doing here.
Yeah, I don't recognize the name or the face. I mean, he sounds like that's... The mustache and goatee is kind of in vogue with all of the Hawkwood nobility these days. I mean, everything you're saying is kind of, throw a dart, hit.
Just checking. I don't
No,
know what the
it's-
Inquisition's up to, so one in
Yeah,
here.
no, it's got everyone
Not
on
a lot
edge.
of
I get
people
it. Yeah.
voluntarily come up to a member of the order.
No, not generally.
Okay.
We still on for 3 hours?
Yeah.
Or 2 and some change?
Mhm.
All right, we'll be there.
Perfect.
I will walk up to one of the more visitor doors and wave to the guy holding this looking.
Yeah. She kind of squints at you.
Hi, just here for some business.
Engineers?
Yeah. This is as you can tell, it's a sister battle.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
She's looking for transportation, and I
Like
just
what you see?
Just making sure you don't have any crimson on you.
offer to talk while nobody's listening to me. I offered to bring her here to kind of be a liaison for her to... She's like I said, she's looking for transportation.
Not a good time to bring...
She's from off-world, if that helps.
Yeah, so is all the trouble.
What can I do to make you feel more at
Biting
ease?
my tongue, biting my tongue, biting my tongue.
Hand me your ID card.
Okay.
You hear a beep.
Oh, good, I got it back.
Engineers Guild's not providing transport. Spaceport's closed.
Yeah, well, we're not looking to go off-world. She needs She needs a way to get to the Pleasure City without anybody knowing she's getting to the Pleasure City.
I'm gonna need a knavery roll from you. Presence
Gemma's
plus
just like-
knavery.
You have a weird point you can give me? Because I got nothing.
What's your neighbor?
Presence plus knavery? Oh, that's a 7.
A delightful moment when players realize that their characters may not be as good at something.
Oh, I'm well aware I'm not that good at something.
You want to spend a weird point on
Ah, no, at the very least he'll just shoot us and send us away. It's fine.
this? You can try and shoot me.
Nope, that was a 15.
Yeah, I don't buy it. She seems too orderly for that.
I'm about to get disorderly on this face.
You really don't think she's going to go there? Why do you think she wanted it? Okay. Is the guild just closed permanently to everybody?
No, like, you're welcome in,
Right.
but she's... If you just met her...
What if she didn't have her gear on?
Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm.
I mean...
I'm just saying, she has Firebirds, and I just thought we could sell it, but... I mean, if we are getting, money elsewhere...
Yeah, but you're off-world, too.
Yeah. I met her at the port. She asked me a question. I thought I could take her here. I wasn't aware it was closed.
She's willing to take off all that gear. You're not a member of the Inquisition.
Do I look like a member of the Inquisition?
That's the problem with the Inquisition.
How do I know you're not a member of the Inquisition?
Now it's just being ridiculous. You've always got to expect it.
What if I arm wrestle you?
Yeah. What if I challenge you to repairing a motor?
You don't know what I can do.
You don't know what I can do.
See?
She does not look like she could beat you in an arm wrestling contest. Just gonna toss that one out there.
Look, if you want to play into the Inquisitor's hand and rely solely on suspicion and fear, great. We came here to do business with the Engineers Guild, with a member of the Engineers Guild. We can go elsewhere.
Armor and weapons stay out here. We'll lock them up tight. No one will touch them. You want in that building?
Let me talk to my client, see what she says.
It's fine.
Okay, I pulled Gemma. Come here, Gemma. Ma'am, come here, ma'am. Are you willing to? Fine if not. There's 2 options then. I go in by myself. Or we don't go in at all and we don't get any information and we have no idea where to start looking.
You are asking
Mm-hmm.
for me to leave a piece of myself outside. And if something happens, I can't protect us.
You can still punch? Good.
Yeah, I can't get punched real good. But also it's more...
It's fine. I can come back later with, like, Calypso. Or
Well, I mean, this is...
No, that feels wrong.
This is as good a time as any. And you see Gemma reach up. And she actually pops open panel on her armor.
Okay.
It's affixed in such a way, like when you would take it off, it's not something that would easily pop off. And on the inside are images, and you see a bunch of faces and names.
Mm-hmm. Who are they?
The reason I am hesitant to shed my armor is it's not only a piece of me, but it's a piece of the people I have lost. We were talking earlier about ways of carrying your sadness. This is one of my ways. These are the people that I have lost, either to death or to other things, sometimes worse than death, along the way. And I carry them close as a reminder of what I do and why I do it. And so if you can guarantee that this will be here, or we have a name that this will be here, then I can set it aside.
It's up to you. I mean, I don't want you to put aside something that means so much to you. It's just information. We can try to find it another way.
Yeah, this is the best way. But if nothing else, here is a way of remembering and carrying things with you without it having to weigh on you all the time.
Okay. Wait here. I go trotting back over to the woman. My client has asked for a name and to see the place where she will keep her armor and gear.
Name?
Yeah, what's your name?
Oh, I'm Talia.
Hi, Talia.
Jaxa.
Where would she keep her stuff? Where would you keep her stuff safe?
She kind of pounds on the door and it opens up. Come on.
Okay.
She leads you into a, you can hear the sound, the low thrum of generators and motors and various pieces of machinery that are active. But she leads you down a hallway, and you can see far up ahead, probably about 100 meters out, there's like a railing that overlooks something, and you get the sound starts to echo. But she takes you out a door to the right, and you're in what looks to be sort of like a locker room. She takes you over to an empty one, like a large 8x8 sort of thing.
I've seen something like this before in an engineer's guild, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's not a new thing.
No.
It's
No.
okay.
Yeah. And so she puts her thumbprint on the door. You see a second bar light up.
Put mine on.
All right. It's keyed to you.
Okay.
So while you're taking things off and stashing them, I'm gonna just ask, so is there anything interesting that you guys have been working on? The last place I was in had this weird shield generator, and I had to take a transport ship's engine and connect it to the generators that were powering it. It was, and I kind of start to go into it, and I go,
Where were you at? I've never heard of
it was
a
just
shield tech like that.
right. It was this really backwater place. They didn't even have an engineer's guild.
No, that's not possible.
Right? That's what I thought. It was really weird. You haven't heard anything like that?
No, never. I mean, that sounds like Republic tech, maybe even Vow tech.
Maybe it's old enough, like so far backwater that it's been forgotten for forever.
Right.
You guys have anything new shield?
No, it's just the same stuff we've always been working with.
Mm-hmm. Do you guys have something specific here?
Nope, just the guild on the planet. House Hawkwood pays well to have us here, so. Engineers Guild's been here since, right after the First Republic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is an old one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost surprised that the buildings aren't bigger.
longer some places stay, closer buildings get together, smaller they start packing them in. Nobles Hill has some of the largest. We've got 7 stories down, plus the main level. We got plenty of room to work with. Hell's over 400 engineers here.
That's a lot.
One of the largest in the known worlds.
Is the layout similar to, say, the Engineers Guild on... I'm trying to think of another planet. I know all the planets, so... Do you got one for me?
No one knows all of them.
Well, Justin knows a lot of the planets. A popular...
Like the
well-known...
capital is Byzantium Secundus, so...
No, not that big.
Gwyneth?
Sure. Is the layout similar to the one in Gwyneth?
How long have you been... Yes, apprentice, we try and standardize everything.
Well, I am aware, but I do know that there are times when you are adding on to a building or create a new research section that it changes the layout for everything.
No, I mean, this is pretty standard.
Okay.
Now, you're going to want the vehicle base, so you're going to head straight back, take the lift down 2 floors, get off on the ground floor, and you should be there.
Okay. Great.
I don't know what we have that we're currently willing to rent out, but if we have anything, that's where you'll find it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Talia.
I'm gonna need a shirt. Gemma doesn't really wear a whole lot under the armor, which is also part of the...
I have a ruffled shirt.
I'm gonna take this off.
And I have
You don't have...
leather jerkin.
But you mean you could put your vestments back on?
Would they be... I'm imagining, like, just a stole for
Yeah.
vestments.
Yeah, I mean, but I mean, they've got like the tabard that you wear on it.
Okay.
But I mean, they can provide you with like a work shirt.
Sure. I mean, she's not naked under.
Well,
but
no,
she's
no
not,
one
like...
thought that.
No. But I mean, she's like...
I've got a
there's
ruffled
not
shirt
lot.
and a leather jerkin. And a work shirt from Talia here. She can provide you one.
Right, I'll just go with the work shirt.
Okay.
Do you have any ruffled shirts?
Don't give her any ruffled shirts.
There's this thing I've heard. I'll let you know.
I really couldn't care.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to send for Othel. He'll be your escort through the building. He's going to be keeping a close eye.
I should hope so.
All right. All right.
I take my dear sweet time taking it off just to kind of be a pain. Look, you wanted to come off. But also there's an intention to it of if she needs to put this on quickly, she is strategically...
The order you're putting it back
Yes.
on. Oh,
It's
sorry.
not just shoved in there.
All right. So, not long after, engineer comes in, short cropped hair, covered in oils and greases and small burns on his hands and his forearms. All right, I'm Othel.
Hi.
Hello, you're Jexa. You're one of us.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right, and you must be the member of the church.
That's correct.
All right, so you're looking for a vehicle for some reason to get you to Sardon?
Mm-hmm. Like a low ground transportation cargo vehicle.
Well, I mean,
We're not looking to break atmosphere.
Well, I appreciate that. I mean, normally you would have, Charioteers Guild would be more of that, but I mean,
I can take her there.
no, I mean that's fine. You can see that his guild emblem has a lot of silver inlay on it, which means he's a crafter.
Okay. What journeyman master?
Apprentice, enter You go apprentice, entered, fellow, crafter, engineer, master. So
Okay.
he's,
4th level.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'll see what we can find, but only reason we're doing this is because you're here.
Which I appreciate.
Come on.
Okay.
So you don't want to take public transport for pious reasons? All I'm saying is that plenty of the order that's stationed here makes trips to Sardon, if you know what I mean. I feel like there's a lot of you, if you know what I mean, is going on just tonight.
So what are you, what's your specialty?
Me? Little of this, little of that. More of a generalist than a specialist. I have a knack for figuring out why things don't work. Just enough mechanics and engineering and
Who's your saint?
electrical. Who's my saint?
Mm-hmm.
Do you follow the pen creator?
I mean, of course. Don't we all?
Recently, I've had questions.
Oh, yeah?
Not myself, but of who is actually following and who is merely offering lip service.
Oh, you know, we always have. There's always rumors of antinomists and the pagans out here, and yeah. But no, I'm guild licensed here at the here with the church. They don't bother me.
Mm-hmm.
His patron saint is. You would ask me that.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been a fan of Ungala, but that's because my mom was a mercenary, so.
Makes sense. I'm just kind of skipping along beside him.
He takes you to a lift and heads down, and when you get to the edge of the railing, like, it is about 100 meters square and goes 7 floors down.
Okay.
Watch your hands
Oh, I need to borrow your boots.
and feet.
Did we happen to pass by the railing where all the noise was?
This is like it's all coming up from.
Okay. So I'm gonna try to just see what the Engineers Guild is working on, at least in public view.
They have a number of things here in public view. They are working on several large transport ships that they're repairing, suborbital sort of things. But I mean, there's just a ton of workspaces and a ton of space in here that, I mean, as you're going down, you can see where the docking bays are, where, you know, the ramps and the lifts that take materials and components out of here. You're pretty sure the roof retracts in parts to get ships in and out of here. But there's you can see 150, 200 people down there working on various things.
And there's any signs of, I don't know, several hundred kilos worth of goods
Oh, all over the place.
that could be transported?
Mm-hmm.
Anything catch my eye?
Give me a perception plus tech redemption roll.
Perception plus tech redemption is 13. 2. Do I have to spend it?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I spend all 2.
All 2. I mean, nothing really stands out as contraband or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
There are large stacks of what looks to just be generic parts, like the things you would need, you know, spools of wire and solderable materials and fiber optics and all of the different general repair materials are scattered in bins kind of throughout this area.
Mm-hmm.
So, what brings a sister here? I mean, you're just coming back to, don't you have a chapter house? Is that what they're called inside the cathedral? There's a lot of you here on planet. I'm not saying that we don't appreciate the business, but you know. Militant arm of the church. Didn't think anything could make me more uncomfortable, and then that Inquisitor shows up.
Has he bothered the guild much?
Oh, showed up at the doors trying to get in about 2 weeks ago. Big group of adherents.
More church folk or more like angry crowd?
I mean, little column A, little column B. You know how it is. We deal with stuff that only the nobles in the church are supposed to accept the burden. Scapegoat. Furgets. It's amazing what a couple of womp grenades will do. Crowd dispersed, just
That reminds me. I have a womp gun I need repaired.
bring it over. We'll give you the guild discount.
If I don't get back, can I take some supply? Can I buy some supplies to take it with me?
Yeah, I mean, of course.
Texas' eyes are like shining.
Can I see who's watching us as we're going?
Sure. Give me a perception plus observe roll.
Nope.
Everyone.
That's fair.
So when they get down to the base floor, he takes you kind of over to a section where there's a number of hover cars, suborbitals that are being repaired. I mean, we could probably rent you one if you're willing to do the test flights for it.
Is this a driver or a pilot?
This would be a drive roll.
Okay. I can do drive. I can drive. Sure. I mean, I can try. It's been a while since I've had any lessons.
Yeah, this isn't inspiring confidence exactly.
I would love to try.
Yeah, that doesn't inspire a whole
I
lot
would
of confidence.
love to take the test.
I just put this back together. I don't need you skidding it across.
Does it look sand-worn or blasted?
It definitely looks like the top layer of paint has been removed, and certain identification marks have been filed off.
You just got it back? From where?
No, I just put it back together.
Oh, why was it apart?
Because that's what we do.
Well, I mean, I know. But like, who's gonna be looking for it?
Listen, who are you again?
I just want to make sure my client doesn't get in trouble for attempting to drive this.
She's not going to drive it, though. You're going to drive it,
Well,
right?
yes. But her name is going to be the one on it.
Is it,
stopped
though?
by authorities.
It's a lie.
What? What's the lie?
Lie about who she is.
Do you really think a sister battle will lie about who she is?
She doesn't want her name showing up in an official police report. Are you planning on getting pulled over?
No.
I'm starting to feel...
Of course I'm not planning for it. Here, let me show you. Becca is like, this is an awful idea.
Show me what?
What?
Show me what?
That I can drive this, that we're not gonna get pulled over.
Look, you said you don't like the Inquisitors.
No, I hate the Inquisitors.
And you're not
We're all
necessarily a
locked down.
fan of my order.
I mean, I never had an issue with your order. Love to get my hands on your tech, but...
What if I tell you I have the potential to be a thorn in the Inquisitor side? A rather large one.
Yeah.
And to do so,
Put that booted foot up.
I need I need to go to the other side of town. I'm not going there for personal interest. You are correct. I'm not someone who indulges in the finer things of Sardon.
Yeah,
But
she
I
didn't
have
seem like
reasons
one who
for
pressed
going.
flesh. All right. That seems on the level. So you're telling me if I look the other way, and this air car goes driving around the city for a bit, it would put a thorn in the flesh of Giandaro?
Big one.
It's not my air car. This goes down.
Mm-hmm.
Cockeyed.
Mm-hmm.
Your name's attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't care who your daddy is.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Cool. It's a big bug.
Huh. If you hear thumping noises, that'll be our producer trying to get that bug. All right. 48 hours?
48 hours.
Sounds good.
All right.
And this is Othel?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You put a big enough thorn in that Inquisitor's side, you'll earn some major points with the guild.
I'll go to shake his hand. I will have... This is a terrible idea. One of the icons of Beatrice I have in my hand, and I'll flash it to him as I go to shake his hand, see if that means anything,
Okay.
and then retain it. And just say thank you.
Okay. He tries to take it from you like you're bribing him and then
No,
realizes
more
that.
like, this will be the thorn.
All right.
I just
Can I
think that
see?
there's a
I
thorn.
assume it's a church thing.
It's a church thing.
Yeah.
Well, she goes and gets her gear.
Mm-hmm.
Can I see some womp gun parts?
I'm gonna have to charge you for those.
Right.
Come on.
I get to do the arms. Lee and I established.
That's right. That was firmly established.
Is she allowed to get her gear and return to the car?
She's not allowed to put it on.
Right, but she could carry it to the car.
Yeah. Now you're a flagellant?
I have to figure out somehow way to carry all of it.
He takes you over to the parts, depot, and introduces you to the quartermaster. Says she's got a womp gun that she's trying to fix. Oh, womp gun, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Stupid name.
Very.
Fantastic piece of technology.
Yes. It's a thing of beauty.
Well, what's your guild rank?
Apprentice.
All right, well, I won't give you the discount. It's not a lot. It's going to be about 300
I don't need a full one. I just need like some wires and stuff.
I would charge you 3 times that for a full one. These are the parts that you will need to repair it.
There's a special gum. Also another.
I don't need all of these. Can I kind of pick through? And
It's going to be about 300 Firebirds to get the pieces you need to get it up and running.
I've got 65. These people I go find Gregor to rob another church.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
You guys aren't good people. I'm just going to put that out there.
Jackson will not rob a church.
Gemma's good people.
Jackson will not rob a church.
Yeah, I don't have that much to give you.
Well, when you have the Firebirds, we'll sell you the parts. That's how it goes. You can always come in here and put hours in on the shop.
How much do I get for an hour?
Oh, you're an apprentice.
So nothing.
5%.
You get negative Firebirds.
It should only cost you. Should only take about 30 hours of work to save up for those parts.
We may not be alive in 2.
That's true. Alright, I'll see what I can do.
Oh. Athel goes. There's your friend. She's on the up and up, right?
Mm-hmm. She's a good one. When I first met her, she didn't even know my name and she saved my life.
See why you lied for her. Don't do it again. I'm gonna have to put it in your record.
Yes, sir.
Your dad was one of my teachers.
He was?
Yeah.
Do you know where he is?
Nope.
Do you know what this is about?
Oh yeah.
Why? I have no idea. Doesn't really talk to me for the past 8 years.
Your dad's been real good for the guild. Keeping our nose clean.
Mm-hmm.
Growing within the bounds acceptable. As he always said, slow and steady. That's how we get things fixed. That's how we get things done. And you could just see the quartermasters
I really like the quartermaster.
kind of looking out from under these big, heavy white eyebrows. That's Derek. He's not one to, thinks we could be growing even faster. Derek Shinoy. Guy should have been spaced long ago. We'll get growth.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get growth right before, guys like this come through and get us all killed.
The Inquisitor.
Yeah. People tend to forget because they want to. Engineers Guild, Charioteers Guild, we make the known worlds go round.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the tech to keep the known worlds together. We got enough of it. Push comes to shove, we'll shove back harder. When the Inquisition gets involved, though, we shove back. They stick us in the side with a knife.
Mm-hmm. Is it going to lead to a full-on fight, or
God, I hope not.
is it going to be a vote and an election, and we follow the next person who's selected?
Mm-hmm. All depends on who finds your dad first.
Have any ideas where he is?
Really don't.
Are the Inquisitors looking for your dad?
Not that I've heard, but...
Oh, I didn't know. I was just...
Oh, you've come back at this point.
Oh, okay.
Not that I know of, but, like... The Inquisitors are always sort of looking for the Grandmasters, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They get their hands on him.
They're the ones you don't really want to be in bed with, but you also don't really want to cross them. You can stay out of their radar.
Mm-hmm.
You tend to keep all your limbs.
Rest of the Universal Church is fine by me. The Avasti are a little rigid,
Weird.
but the Inquisition...
Okay. Appreciate your help.
I owe your dad. I owe the Inquisitor. Seems to pay off both debts.
Yeah. I guess it does.
I haven't stress tested the engine on that air car. Keep it below 80%.
Okay.
You open that throttle up all the way. Not sure what's going to happen.
What was it used for before? What'd you fix it from?
Some noble's son went for a joyride. Hopped up on stuff. Put it right into the side of a building.
Can I tell if he's lying?
You can always try.
Yeah.
Okay, I would like to.
You can always try.
Intuition and...
This will be intuition and empathy.
Oh, yeah.
It was on it and then rolled off.
Finally succeeded on a roll.
How much are you spending?
4.
Yeah, no, he's telling the truth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I get the sense... I guess I'm trying to see if Jexa would trust him enough to ask him about the desert. Because I feel like Becca's intuition and Jexa's intuition aren't entirely aligned.
It's up to you.
Gemma's saying as little as possible.
Question from Becca.
Sure. Answer from JM.
Lovely. Do vehicles have like records of where they have been? Like, I mean, so in cars today, there's odometers to tell you how far they've gone, but is it like a little bit more like I could see paths and...
No.
At least not of something this small. For a ship, yes,
Yeah,
but...
ship you have the records.
Okay. Because I haven't seen anything necessarily that will tell me location by Hadrian's Wall.
Okay.
Like...
Yeah, there's nothing in there that you could use to just track it.
Okay. So instead Jexa will say, I really appreciate everything you're doing for my dad, for the guild, and if there's anything that you need delivered around, let me know.
I mean, not personally, but I'll see if anything's going on.
I would appreciate that. Cool. All right. I guess I'm driving this out of here. My drive is a 5, okay? My dex is a 7. We've got a chance.
Go for it.
Dex plus drive?
Dex plus drive.
I'm going to turn in this weird point.
Wow.
To make it
On this?
favorable.
All right.
I don't want to crash it.
Especially in front of the engineers guild. We can crash it anywhere else. We just shouldn't crash it here.
That's a 6.
Okay.
What was the other one?
17.
All right, this was effortless. You could just drive out of there.
Excellent.
All right, where are you headed with it?
How much time we got?
At this point, you've got just under 2 hours.
Joyride!
I would like to take 3 of those points and with my innovative blessing, turn them into a weird point.
Okay.
Just straight off the bat. And then, as we get in, and I'm assuming Jexa's suiting up again, or Gemma's suiting up again.
See, it's not so easy.
Gemma is sitting up again. I'll look over and say, so I could go back to the hangar, or we could check out the wall. Because there's a city wall, right?
There's a city wall, yes.
Yeah, we're not going out to Hadrian's Wall because that's going to take too long.
Bye!
How does the speedometer, like how fast does this thing go?
Let's just do a lap around the city, see...
I don't want to speed around the city.
Right.
I'm really looking at the speedometer to see how fast will this go, and knowing how far out Hadrian's Wall is, what will a trip out take?
So this thing at about, are you taking it all the way to the red line?
No.
No, I'm keeping it below 80%.
Okay, so at
Adolescent.
about 80%, you're doing about 70 kilometers an hour.
Okay. And Hadrian's Wall is how far out?
About 300.
Okay. Thank you. Is this slower than the motorbike?
It is, but it's also larger.
Okay, how many people?
It'll seat 5. And it's also enclosed.
Okay. Yeah, just want to kind of do a loop around the city along the wall. Looking at gates, if there are any.
Mm-hmm.
How do they look guarded?
You can see they all have the House Hawkwood banners hanging from them. But you tend to see, supplementing the Hawkwood guards, you see the crimson bands of the Inquisition.
Okay. So I'm not stopping, and I occasionally go into the city and back out and ask Gemma to keep an eye out for anyone that might be following us.
Give me an observe plus perception roll, Gemma.
Assuming you're... How high is yours?
8.
Oh, mine's a 9. Can I do the sand drive at the same time?
You can.
No.
Can I just check my rear view, see if I see like the same...
You don't see anything similar behind.
Okay. Inquisition. Okay.
As you fly over, you can see, on the ground there are 6-legged horses that are pulling carts and people walking. Yet here at this level, you've got more air cars. I mean, not a ton of them, but you do pass them every so often.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so just finish the loop around. See what information you've picked up from your tactics and military training. Like, are we going to have to go up and over the walls in the Oh Boy? And will this fit in the Oh Boy?
This will not fit in the Oh Boy.
I mean, we're gonna have to park it somewhere else. We really don't want the Inquisitor coming and seeing it.
Is there an, do I see, like, parking garage?
No, but But
I don't know if it'd make clearance.
you know,
from the
Alestra
parking
does
garage.
have you were told that you could stay at the Leopard's Paw.
Oh,
Inn.
right. Is there a place to park at the, Leopard's Paw?
There are places near there where you can leave a car,
Okay,
an air car.
so that's where I'll leave it.
Did I notice anything about the city guard and the Inquisitor guard? Is it 50-50? Are there certain areas where there are more Inquisitors than others?
There are more inquisitorial troops in and around the spaceport, but they have a presence sort of everywhere that there is a way to get in and out of the.
So it'd be hard to
City.
leave unnoticed.
It would be.
Diversion.
I mean, I can continue to crisscross the city if you want to keep looking. Whatever you want.
Is there a cafe or something near one of the gates where we could just sit and observe and kind of figure out what
Sure.
the
Yeah.
city guard movements are? So
We're going to park the
when-
car at the Leopard's Paw,
Mhm.
get on a train, head out towards one of the gates, find a cafe, and she's going to keep notes as I just sip my coffee.
Okay. So you guys spend some time observing the guards. And what you notice is that there's a lot of tension between the Hawkwood guards and the Inquisitors. The Inquisitors are checking everyone coming in and out of the city.
Are there a lot of people going in and out?
Yeah, I mean there are towns in the surrounding areas. There's the harbor,
Okay.
and there's a lot of ways in and out of the city. But it definitely looks like the Inquisitor brought troops. And there's no way he recruited all of these people and gave them. I mean, there are some people who are just walking around the city with crimson bands around their arms with the eye of the flaming eye of the inquisitorial division on there. But the ones that are in matching flak armor and crimson helmets with the eye, that sort of thing. There's too many of them for it to just be a local recruit or a local levy.
Would Gemma have any idea of where he's from and where the troops are from?
Give me an academics plus wits roll.
Could I make that roll?
What?
Or is this
Academics
primarily
plus wits.
hers? Or would I have any idea?
It's up to you.
Mine's an 11.
5?
Who made an 11?
Rolled a natural 20.
So you got a natural 20, and you got a crit.
And I got a crit.
All right. Most of these troops seem to have been recruited. From Gwyneth.
Okay.
Which is also strange because that is another planet that is run by House Hawkwood.
I don't have any data pad or any do I have anything that I can essentially a smartphone to start looking up
Not really.
news and information?
Yeah.
Okay.
You get a call from Katerina. A comm. Hey, Marguerite wants to see you guys now. She's gone through the black box.
Okay.
She says she expects you to report here as soon as possible.
We're out in the city. It'll be a minute, but we'll get there as soon as we can.
Right. Put heels to pavement. She sounds irate.
Okay. We need to head back.
Okay, let's go.
All right. So when you get back to the cathedral, you're at about 75 minutes.
Totally have my drink. Like, that's my pledge.
When you get to the door again, we've met, yes.
Do I have any idea who this is?
This is Marguerite. No.
No.
This is Jexa. She's with me.
What happened?
So I went through the box with the technicians.
Okay.
Clean data. Too clean, if you ask me. I haven't seen a black box that perfectly maintained in quite a long time.
Okay.
Calypso is running a shadow box. Thought she could get it past me.
What's a shadow box?
It's a second data recorder, one that can be edited, unlike the main box.
Jexa is sitting here trying to think of, do I know what this is and have I seen it before on the ship and what is going on? Like, I don't think she's shown that to me.
What is it that you didn't want me to see?
You've met Calypso.
I have had the distinct displeasure.
Calypso found herself wrapped up in this not by choice. And Calypso was afraid that her prior choices would reflect poorly on your analysis of the data. Calypso is not a woman of the church. Calypso is a woman of distinct moral fiber.
Mm-hmm.
And some of her choices would not, from what I understand, be looked upon kindly.
But you are a member of the church.
I am.
Is there anything else you want to tell me? Sister Gemma?
Who else is in the room?
It's just
three of us.
it's just the three of you.
Are there any recording devices?
She takes
She's a clean office. Her office has no tech that we've seen.
yeah, it's oil lamps, and
Can I make a scan?
you're always welcome to.
What am I using?
Perception plus interface. Or no, sorry, perception plus observe.
Okay.
You gonna make it?
Yeah. Add 4 to that to bump to 13. 9.
How much you spending?
Would have needed. Let's spend. How much did you spend to make this observation last time? Do you remember?
I don't.
Spend 10.
Good.
Because Jexa can recognize that she might not be of technology. Jexa's curious if maybe Francisco has left technology, or the Inquisitor.
None that you can see.
Okay. I pull out the icon of Beatrice. And I show her. And I say, I have had questions ever since
Milan Station?
long before Milan.
Was Milan on the black box?
Ever since my captain fell on what was supposed to be a routine mission.
I read your record.
And my questions led me ultimately to Milan, where we came across the Chapel of the Silent Lady, which then we knowingly, without fully knowing what the consequences would be, unmuzzled the Silent Lady. And we have been following her across the star systems ever since. We left out Milan because while our actions had a hand in what happened, I did not want that to be the first thing because it doesn't leave a good impression.
No, it
By
does
any
not.
means. And is damning. And I would rather you not make your decision to rescue the planet of Limbus based on our mistakes.
That part was not doctored. I put in a request. I'm not sure when we'll get a ship over there, but it is working its way through the channels. Shake your eyes, girl. They'll get stuck. You know she's been redacted.
I do.
You found more information?
I would assume that a saint with a muzzle on a hologram had been redacted even before asking questions. We saw her
You saw Beatrice.
on Limbus.
She's still alive?
No.
Voices from beyond are a miracle.
So are the... Nope, don't want to say that. They are. Thus far, she has led us from one place of peril to the next as she has tried to illumine our path. We have seen destruction at Milan. We have seen destruction in terrifying forms and lost a member of our party at Ravenna.
I heard
We
about
see
that.
destruction and tension here.
What do you know about what's going on here?
Very little. We've tried to gain information. We've heard rumors that there are things going on in the desert.
We're Engineers Guild. I've heard those rumors too. Last year I sent a squad of the Order out into the Blood Desert and none of them came back.
How far out were they when you lost contact with them?
About 2 hours out from here. The really disturbing part. She reaches down and opens the drawer and she comes up with the order tags, like the one that you wear around your neck. These were taken off something that attacked the wall about 10 days later. All of them. I can't say that I'm happy that you hid things from me, sister, or the fact that you are investigating a redacted saint in the company of a thief and a pirate. You wouldn't happen to know anything about a missing donation box, would you?
Did they This is Maddie.
Gregor and
But the box was still there. They left the box.
Yeah.
They did leave the box.
yeah,
That's bad.
the contents of a missing donation box. That money that's burning a hole in your pocket.
The company I keep is out of necessity. It would not necessarily be the team I would assemble. However, it has afforded me things that teams within the church have not afforded me. And I'll pull out the 200 Firebirds and I'll set them on her desk and I'll say, there was some frustration over the docking fees, and unfortunately my party members have habits that cannot be broken, but there is a portion of it back. I honestly don't know what the full extent of it.
You realize that any one of these issues I could censure you for.
Absolutely.
Do you need more money for the donation box?
Was she involved?
No. I realize the position I've placed you in. I also would like to think, based on the lack of technology in your office, that you understand the delicate situation the church finds itself in with the Inquisitors, their reliance on technology, but also their hatred of technology.
Oh yes, that is part of the position I am in.
And I am sorry for the dishonesty, but we have thus far not been welcomed with open arms, have lost members to darkness, and have been through Sheol's gate. Also, the ship you send through Sheol's gate, make sure they're on the up and up, or it won't go well for them.
What do you mean?
The gargoyles that guard the gate are not just statues. And if you're sending a team of prideful, lustful, greedy, or there were just 3,
Mm-hmm.
they will experience
Pain. There was a lot of
chastisement.
screaming and blood.
So none of the Sardon crew.
No. And any suspected of partaking in Sardon probably shouldn't go.
Many walk the path to Sardon. It's another thing that I have been dealing with. I will accept your donation as penance.
Jaxa reaches into her pocket. Do I need to make a donation?
And the fact that you have possibly brought an Electo back, as well as all of the lives you are saving on this planet of Limbus. We will call a wash on everything but the matter of Beatrice. Investigating a suppressed saint can get you in more trouble than I can bring down upon you. You do realize that.
I do. But if she was wrongly suppressed,
Of course she was
Judgment
wrongly
is-
suppressed.
then the judgment that is brought down upon me for seeking to find her is well worth the price of silencing a voice that should not have been silenced in the first place. Look, we are taught from a young age to follow the paths of the saints. It is a lie if all of the paths of the saints have not been opened up to us. I have shown no disrespect for Master Isabella or what she has done. But in this time of darkness and the darkness we have seen, Master Isabella is important, but so is Beatrice. And so is what Beatrice can represent. Fists can only go so far. That is the first thing we learn.
Then as for the matter of Beatrice, Saint of Light, I will tell no one if you do not. But what you find will be recorded and reported to me, and not on a shadow box.
On that note, I will warn you.
You will warn me.
Beatrice is still at work. We saw it firsthand at Limbus. The Temple of Beatrice should not be disturbed.
Okay. She's taking notes as you talk.
Of course she is. What is another saint that I would know of that was uncorrupted?
Oh, the uncorruptibility of saints is one of the miracles of sainthood. So.
But it's not. Is it not? It's not standard for all.
No, not for all,
Not
but
for
it is. It happens enough
Okay.
that incorruptibility is accepted by the church as one of the miracles. And here's the thing: it's not like you're trying to prove that Beatrice is a saint.
No.
She has already been canonized.
Yes. No. It's not that. It's. I can't say I'm surprised by the tags you have displayed. There are dark things at work. One of the dark things was unknowingly let loose in Limbus. And it has been oppressing the people there for centuries. Somehow this force made it into the final resting place of Beatrice. And being who she is working at transforming it from the inside out. I have seen her uncorrupted body. However, an alliance was made with these beings to protect and keep those who have not come in contact with Beatrice at bay so that House Electo could be evacuated. And so I ask that it not be known that Beatrice resides there, that her temple not be entered should this rather tenuous, unstable relationship be disturbed.
I will do what I can. But I will give you one more warning as someone who has studied the books in the archive. Patriarch who suppressed Beatrice was a member of the Inquisition.
I'm not surprised. Whoa.
Be careful. Giandaro already wants to see you specifically.
Oh, I know why.
Milan.
Orliton. If you've ever had something make your skin crawl, multiply that by 1,000.
Well, it was his line that muzzled the Beatrice to make her Lady of the or Chapel of the Silent Lady.
Just be careful. And that's when your comms bing.
Oh, poop.
Gemma,
Yes, Gregor.
Calypso want me to get in touch with you. Looks like he's here.
Okay. Don't invite him in the ship.
No, we're having some technical difficulties.
Good call.
You hear it. Door won't open.
Okay, we'll be there as soon as we can.
And that is where we'll end for tonight. thank you guys so much for playing. Thank you
Yeah.
for watching, whether on Twitch or on YouTube. If you're enjoying the show, please subscribe to either channel. We are Iconic Production. We are doing this for Ulysses Spiel. This has been Fading Suns. We will be back next Friday at 7 Mountain Time.
With the whole crew.
With the whole crew.
With the
That was
whole
like
crew.
hopefully with the whole crew. As the showdown with Inquisitor Giandaro
Everything's fine. It's
will
okay.
go down. So thank you all for playing as always. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next week.